Okay, folks, so I want to give you a chance to see me create some question hooks using some prompts that I know you guys know all too well. This worksheet's come back again and again and again, but I think it's important that it keeps coming back because I want to show you that the strategies that we're using and the strategies that I'm teaching you could be used with any essay prompt. And all these strategies kind of layer on top of one another, and they provide you all these great tools in your toolkit that will enable you to be a really effective writer. So the first thing I want to show you is that whenever you're doing an essay prompt, I've done the do what strategy with it. I've done the TTQA. I've really learned about this first prompt. So this first prompt is talking to me about where animals live, how they create their homes, and wanting to get government funding to study animals, right? And now I need to write a question hook that introduces all those topics and gets my reader to start thinking about them. So I'm just going to model a couple question hooks here just to get you thinking about how you might write a question hook. So the first thing you have to do is you have to really look at what the topic is about. So this topic is going to be about animals at home, where they live, how they create their homes, government funding, studying these animals, and how they survive. So I might ask something like, what do you know? It's taking a minute, it's lagging. Hold on one second. About animal survival. Okay, I might ask somebody what they know. I might also ask them, how do animals survive in harsh or unpleasant environments around the world? How can we help animals around the world? Or did you know that animals around the world are going extinct? So all of these questions relate to my essay topic. Now, if this were really my essay, I would know a lot more about the topic, so I would know exactly what I was focusing in on. But just by reading this essay prompt, I can sort of tell that that's where this is going to go. So notice how I asked questions that were not yes/no questions. I asked questions that related to the topic. And I also asked questions that got the reader thinking about what I may be talking about. So I'm going to just go down to number 2. Okay, so number 2 is also a question about animals, so ironic that it's there too. Okay, and it's asking me to identify which of these articles is going to be the most effective, okay, to explain which source was the most helpful. So I might ask something like, have you ever read something that you just didn't understand? Okay, I know, gotta go back and correct that. Or have you ever read something that really helped you understand a subject or topic? So notice how, I don't even know what this topic is about, I gotta be honest with you. But notice how my questions are very open-ended, and they're very much something that I can ask the person who's reading my essay a question, and I don't even know who they are. Okay, but I know that if my question is general enough, anybody can kind of answer these questions. And it'll really get them thinking. But remember, you don't want to ask a yes/no question because that really doesn't get people thinking. They're kind of like, yes, move on, no, move on, right? So I'm going to do one more. I'm just going to show you. Notice all these sentence starters. They're all in your Padlet today. So you're going to be able to use these same sentence starters to write your question prompts, or question hooks, excuse me, about your Malala essay. But this last prompt, which we know so well because we've done the do what and the TTQA with it, is asking us about a new rule that only allows dogs in public spaces. So I might ask something about dogs. Who doesn't love a dog? Would you take your dog everywhere with you? Okay. How would you feel if people would not let you have your dog? Okay, notice they're all around the topic of the dog. They're all around the topic of allowing dogs. Now, I am pulling on the heartstrings a little bit because it's more about service dogs, but the idea is that I'm introducing them to the topic. I'm getting them to start thinking about it, and then ultimately I am going to provide the answers to those questions in my essay. So question hooks are just one of many different types of hooks. I'll teach the rest of them to you throughout the year. But I think it's important to learn one and learn one well and do it well. So we're going to start with question hooks. At the end of class, you should be an expert on question hooks and be able to ask a really effective question that really gets your reader thinking about Malala. So let's move to that.